phrase today that the Fly Lady uses a lot. In fact, she puts it on the bottom of all her emails, and it says, jump in where you are. I wonder what that means. Keep watching and we'll find out. If this is your first time seeing these videos, as well as watching the videos, go ahead and look at the other ones or catch up on the ones that you've missed. But when it comes to taking action, please go down to step 1 and take the steps one day at a time. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on anything, please subscribe to the channel, and also press the bell button, because YouTube is just an ocean full of videos. Even if you're subscribed, you can miss the next video that's coming up. So subscribe and push that bell. Now, today we're going to look at, as I've said, this term, jump in where you are. What does that mean? It has to do with a lot that the Fly Lady stands for. We will start schemes and plans and ideas, and we will have in our mind a set criteria, set level of where we think we should be up to. And if we don't match that expectation that we have, we consider ourselves behind or not doing it properly. Where the Fly Lady really turns that on your head, and I really have appreciated the way she's done that for me in my life. You're not behind. Just jump in. Just start. Okay? There is no magic. You have to get this sorted in X number of days. Although we're talking about 31 baby steps, that's just cutting the process up into little bite-sized pieces. It's not a do this for 31 days and all your problems will be solved system. What we do is we do these baby steps, we keep practicing them, we tick things off our list, and we don't stress. Where we are is where we are, and that's okay. We want to get the stress levels down, because it's those stress levels that are harming us, that are burning up our energy, that are meaning that we're not functioning well at all. So we want to just calm down, do what we can do. Sure, keep going back, doing the different habits, learning the different habits. Every time you go back to shining your sink, you're reinforcing it. I remember a lovely story on a TV program that I saw when I was a kid. It was a science program. I always loved those as kids. And he was talking about the brain and how it works, and how he did an analogy of a chasm, a big chasm that they were going to build a bridge over. And obviously the first thing was to get something over the bridge, and how he was saying that's like the first time you do something is really hard, and then because you haven't done it before. So the first time you take on one of these habits is actually quite hard to do it. But every time you do a bit more, it's kind of like you're building a bridge across a chasm. It gets easier. So the first time is very hard. The next time might be more difficult, but you've got a little something to, maybe a rope or something to pull yourself across the chasm. The following time you might have some boards on your bridge, you might be able to start walking across your bridge. When you've done it lots and lots of times, and there isn't a magic figure, everybody's different. When you've done it lots and lots of times, you could be running across that bridge. You could be crossing that bridge without even noticing it. Okay, that's how the brain works, and that's how it works when it comes to habits. Okay, you'll be doing this without noticing you're doing it, because it'll become subconscious and your brain will be so used to it. Okay, but let's not beat ourselves up on the way to that. Let's just be where we're up to. Jump in where you are. Let's just start our days wherever we are. If you failed to do the dishes last night and shine your sink, so what? Just do your sink. Stop stabbing yourself in the back or in the chest for not doing it how you think you should do it. Just do it where you are. With these habits, it's really good to try and not miss too many days in a row, because you will notice how quickly you can slide back, and those old habits can pop their heads over the fence and say, ha, remember me? Mrs. Lazy, I'm not going to do the dishes. That's the one that talks to me quite a bit in the evening. So yeah, do keep them at bay and try to, but again, not beating yourselves up. Just jump back in and keep going. I find on those days when I'm out working that it's actually quite difficult to get through my list. when I'm leaving in the morning. So I just think, okay, well, I've done something. I haven't done nothing. And doing anything on your list, on your routine, is better than doing nothing. So even if I just do one thing, I'm a long way from where I used to be before I started the Flylady. So anything is better than nothing. Just do what you can. Talking about work, you'll find that if you are a person who works out of the home, Flylady is slightly different, has a slightly different emphasis. And one thing that's important is that when you come home, whatever time that is, jump straight into your evening routine. Because the sooner you can get that done and out the way, the sooner you can have some relaxed time, you can catch your breath, you're already set up for the next day will flow easy. So if you're working out of the home, that evening routine is really a priority for you. Now if you are at home all day, and you might work at home or you might be retired, or I don't know what your situation is, the morning routine is important. And what's important about that morning routine is to get it done. Get it done, because I find that jobs swell to the amount of available time that I have. If I don't have much time, it's amazing what I can get done. If I have a lot of time, I seem to just do the same, but just the jobs swell. So give yourself a little bit of a challenge in the morning to get through that morning routine in a 1-2, so you have the rest of the day to do other things. I remember hearing, I think it was on a radio program, maybe my mum told me when I was younger, that she knew somebody who every morning, this woman always had a clean house, and she was asked what was her secret, and she said every morning she pretended her mother-in-law was coming for morning tea. So she had to have the house cleaned by morning tea. See, she gave herself a deadline which squashed the jobs into a shorter time, got through them, and then had the rest of the day. Whether the mother-in-law or any other visitor came, it didn't matter, she had done her job. So try and get that morning routine done nice and quickly. Okay, I think that's about all today, just a little bit of a natter. You can see, look, I've just noticed my dog's in shot here. This is Belgium. There he is, my lovely poodle. Okay, bye from New Zealand, and I will see you, or we will see you, on day 27. Bye.